Welcome to Buy or Buy, the show where we break down every single known problem with the cars you're actually thinking about buying. Today, we've got the Acura TLX Type S. This was the car that was supposed to bring Acura's performance soul back from the dead. So the big question is, did they do it? Can you really get that German sports sedan thrill, but with Japanese reliability? Let's dig in. For most of the 2010s, let's be real, if you wanted an exciting luxury sedan, you weren't walking into an Acura dealership. They were making great, super reliable cars, but they were kind of boring. They were for dentists and accountants. The kind of performance that made cars like the NSX and the integrated Type R absolute legends, yeah, that felt like a distant memory. And then, in 2021, Acura reached deep into its history, dusted off an old, legendary name, and dropped two little words that made car enthusiasts everywhere snap to attention: Type S. This wasn't just slapping a badge on a car. This was a promise. A big one. On paper, the car looked like an absolute world beater, and it was priced to fight. But now that these have been out in the real world for a few years, we can finally ask the real question. Is this thing just a flash in the pan, or does it actually have that legendary, bulletproof Honda reliability to back it up? Just look at this list. Acura was not messing around. They didn't just tweak an old engine. They engineered a brand new 3.0-liter turbo V6, their first in ages, pumping out a very healthy 355 horsepower. Then they bolted up a quick 10-speed auto, threw on some massive Brembo brakes, adaptive suspension, and of course, their incredible super handling all-wheel drive system. On paper, this thing was aimed squarely at Germany. Okay, so the car's resume looks amazing. But what about the reality of owning one? We've dug through owner forums, service bulletins, and reliability data to give you the straight-up, no-nonsense list of every known issue, starting with the mechanical stuff. All right, the most common thing you'll hear about is a minor oil pan gasket seep. Now, I want to be super clear here. This is not a catastrophic engine exploding leak. We're talking about a slow seep that might leave a few oil spots on your garage floor over time. It's something you want to get fixed, for sure, but it's not going to leave you stranded on the side of the road. And what's it cost to fix? Well, to get that oil can resealed, you're looking at a bill somewhere between $600 and $1,000. Now keep that number in your head. It might sound like a lot, but trust me, it's going to look a whole lot better in a few minutes. Now this is an interesting one. A small, and I mean small, number of the very first cars that rolled off the production line in 2021 had some complaints about the turbocharger's wastegate actuator. It could cause some weirdness with performance. But here's the crucial part. This was just an early production bug, not some fundamental design flaw. Acura figured it out fast and fixed it for every affected owner, for free, under warranty. So if you're looking at a 2022 model or newer, this is a total non-issue. It's already been sorted. The 10-speed automatic in this car is a seriously good piece of hardware. But, you guessed it, in that very first 2021 model year, the software tuning wasn't quite perfect yet. Some owners felt it could be a little clunky or hesitant, especially at low speeds. And once again, this was a software problem, not a mechanical one. Acura released updates through what's called a Technical Service Bulletin, or TSB. You just take it to the dealer, they flash the new software, and it smooths everything right out. So if you do buy a 2021, just make sure that update has been done. Easy peasy. Okay, so beyond those few mechanical things, there are just some day-to-day realities of owning a performance car. Those super sticky Pirelli P0 tires, they give you amazing grip, but yeah, they wear out pretty fast. You've got to feed it premium fuel, no question. And those big Brembo brakes will definitely squeal a little bit on a cold morning. That's just what performance brakes do. And then there's the infotainment touchpad. This quote absolutely nails it. See, it's not a touchscreen. It's a touchpad where your finger's position maps directly to that same spot on the screen. It's different. And honestly, you're either going to love it or you're going to hate it. There's really no in between. My best advice? On your test drive, spend some real time playing with it. So there you have it. That's the problem list. A minor oil seep and a couple of first-year software bugs. But now we get to the most important part of this whole explainer, putting those issues into context. How do they stack up against the competition? And this is where the whole story just flips on its head. Look at this. Remember that $1,000 oil seep on the TLX? Well, its competitor, the Infiniti Q50 Red Sport, has an extremely common oil pan leak that costs even more to fix. Carbon buildup? The TLX's engine design keeps it minimal. The Infinities? It needs an expensive service called walnut blasting every so often. And that wastegate issue on a few early Acuras? It's a common and persistent rattle on rivals from Audi and Genesis. The Acura's problems suddenly look pretty tiny, don't they? So, not only are the Acura's problems pretty minor compared to its rivals, but the story gets even better when you look at all the things that don't go wrong. This is the hidden value proposition, the real sleeper angle of the Type S. What's just amazing is that the most complicated, most expensive systems on this car are basically bulletproof. Acura's super handling all-wheel drive is an engineering masterpiece that's pretty much maintenance-free. The adaptive dampers, super reliable. That 10-speed transmission after the software update, it's rock solid. And the V6 engine itself was built by Honda engineers to last a very, very long time. And this chart right here, this is your wallet talking. On average, you're going to spend between $800 and $1,500 a year to maintain a TLX Type S. Its main German rival, the BMW M340i, you're looking at $2,000 to $4,000 a year. The difference is absolutely massive. And when you stretch that out over 5 years of ownership, it really adds up. You're looking at saving anywhere from $5,000 to $12,000 just by choosing the Acura over the BMW for the same level of performance. That's real money. But wait, there's more. Here's the final piece of the puzzle: tuning. For anyone who's not familiar, an ECU flash is basically just a software tune for your engine. Think of it like unlocking a secret cheat code that the factory left behind. That stock 355 horsepower V6, that's just the starting point. With a simple, safe software tune, no new parts needed, this engine reliably makes over 400 horsepower. So stock, the car is a rival for a BMW M340i. With a simple tune, it starts hunting down full-blown BMW M3s. It's a monster in disguise. Okay, so we've broken down the tiny list of problems, we've put them in perspective against the competition's much bigger problems, and we've uncovered the car's massive hidden strengths. So, what's the final verdict? I mean, the case for this car is just incredibly strong. You get the performance, the handling, the feel of a top-tier German sports sedan, but it's all backed by legendary Japanese reliability. You save thousands of dollars in ownership costs, it has insane tuning potential, and its few problems are so minor and manageable, it's almost funny to even call them that. This is a buy. A strong, enthusiastic, absolute buy. The Acura TLX Type S is for the person who wants M3-level performance without the nightmarish M3 ownership costs. It is, without a doubt, one of the smartest, most capable, and most reliable used performance sedans you can buy today.